Developing an automobile by team number 15. This was the overall easiest choice for our four majors to mesh. When developing an automobile, mechanical engineers focus mainly on dynamics of subsystems and how physical parts mesh with each other, mainly vibration, heat transfer, and the strength and efficiency of different systems. Electrical engineers help with developing an automobile by determining the entire electrical system and the entire subsystems within that. Basically, everything in today's automotive world is controlled electronically or has some type of electronic monitor or subsystem as a part of it. So, an electrical engineer is a huge portion when it comes to designing and developing an automobile. Robotic engineers may seem like they don't have that big of a part when developing an automobile, but the assembly line is made up almost entirely of robots that build the vehicles from beginning to end. Some newer vehicles also have things like active aerodynamics, flaps or spoilers that move depending on the speed and orientation of the vehicle. That would also be the responsibility of a robotics engineer. The main role of an automotive engineer when developing an automobile is basically providing direction for the other engineers, mechanical, electrical, and robotics, and otherwise. And they also focus on designing the automobile and performing multiple types of analysis. The daily life of developing an automobile varies depending on the stage of the project and which engineers are working on which problem. It all starts with designing the automobile. That's mostly the automotive engineers working together um, to get a base design model, work on exactly what they want the car to look like, and then they take that model to mechanical and electrical and robotics engineers to turn that model into a larger scale model, which usually is seen as a prototype. Once a full scale prototype is developed, it can be taken to a test track, a racetrack, or a closed circuit road and tested extensively while recording as much data as possible. This data is then used to redesign the prototype multiple times until it gets to a point where the automotive engineers are happy with it. Statistics are relevant in every step of developing an automobile, from the probability that customers will select certain parts or models of cars to performing failure analysis of parts of the car. There are three main grand challenges that are applicable to automotive, mechanical, electrical, and robotics engineers working together developing new automobiles. The first is restore and improve urban infrastructure. As new vehicles are developed, new alternatives to fossil fuels are found, such as biodiesels, electric power, and compressed natural gas. The second is advanced health informatics. Basically, newer vehicles are always safer than older vehicles, and these safety methods can be carried over to other aspects of life. The third is engineer the tools of scientific discovery. This translates basically into this many engineers working together on one project are always able to find advances in products, manufacturing methods, etc.